So I've had this dream for about 30 years, and today we are taking the very first step toward that dream. We're building a barn. I'm not sure exactly when you're watching this, but I'm filming it in April. It is April 16th, 2019, and today we are breaking ground on a project that has been in my head for a long, long time. So we got here just about 12 years ago and just fell in love with this property. It's got everything we ever dreamed of. You know, it's got some land, it's got some pasture, it's got some woods, there's wildlife here. It's, you know, pretty rural, had a house that we had to rebuild. But the one thing that's always been missing from this property is a proper barn. So from that day, we've been sort of thinking about what we would want for a barn, and it's taken a long time, a lot of planning, and a lot of saving. But today we are breaking ground.
Hold on a second. Before we go any further, let me take you back a couple years to 2017 when I drew this picture. One day, Mrs. Vino Farm and I were sitting on the back deck, and we decided it was time to build a barn. So I sketched up this picture, sent up the drone, and we tried to decide where we were going to put this thing. So after a little back and forth, we decided directly behind the house was probably the best spot. We're planning to dismantle the barn raj after the barn is built, which will open up a sunset view off the back deck. And with the barn directly behind the house, it preserves our view up the hill toward the bees. So with my rudimentary SketchUp skills, I grabbed a clip art image of a barn, plopped it on a picture of our backyard, and after looking at it for a couple weeks, I thought, hey, let's go get a permit and start building this thing. And that's when I learned that a pencil drawing on a piece of graph paper is not a sufficient architectural plan, and the building inspector had no interest in giving me a permit for this drawing, and so began the search for an architect. We soon found somebody and started going back and forth on designs. Initially, we thought we'd be building a post and beam barn, but after getting a few bids and estimates, we quickly pivoted to a more conventionally framed building. And this is what we came up with. It's a pretty traditional stick frame building with full width trusses for the roof. And we knew we wanted a second floor, so we just designed attic trusses, so we got a second floor along with our roof system. The building inspector was very happy with this plan. Permits were acquired in 2019, and that should bring us up to digging day.
So this has taken several years of planning, permits, design, saving, but today we are breaking ground. The excavator guys are going to be here any minute, so I'm just trying to sort of shoot this little intro. So this is it. This is day one. This is the site right here. The footprint of the whole barn is 40 feet by 60 feet. Today we have a crew here with excavator and bulldozer, and we are going to strip down all of the topsoil to get it off, find the subsoil, then we're going to map out our footprint and then dig the foundation. All right, well, I woke up this morning and I talked to you when the sun was rising over there. Right now, the sun is setting over here. It's been a long day. I didn't really do a ton, but I was up running around, helping out as much as I could, moving rocks and things around. And we didn't hit any hiccups. This is one day's work. We had a crew come in, 3 guys, 1 operator, 2 other guys helping out, excavator and bulldozer. Cleared off the loam. We dug all our holes for the foundation walls and got everything sort of graded down to the grade where we're going to work on, and then we're going to build up after. So we're not finished with the grade, but at least things are now totally level over here. So we did pull a lot of rocks, but no major problems. We didn't hit any ledge. We didn't have to, blast anything. It was a pretty straightforward dig. So this is all very exhilarating, very exciting. And tomorrow, I hope we get some footings at least framed in, and then probably the next day we're going to pour footings, and then we're off and running. So welcome back to the barn build. It's been a little while since we last talked. I think I spoke to the camera on digging day, which was back many months ago. It is now mid-July, and things take a long time. Things don't just happen out here in the country. Things take a while. But it's been a few months since we dug the hole, and now we are at foundation phase, and tomorrow we are starting framing. But let me just give you a little wrap up on what happened since we dug the hole. So the original idea for this building was to go for a big monolithic slab for the foundation of the building, because it's just a barn. We're not having a basement or anything here. So we thought monolithic slab, just a big giant 40 by 60 foot slab with thicker edges that just kind of would float on top of the ground. But talking to inspector and going through permitting processes and everything, they said you got to have a frost wall, and that just wound up being the easiest way to go. So we excavated everything out, had the footing put in, and then we did 4-foot frost walls. We actually did 5-foot walls on top of the footing, which gives us a foot above grade. So we have footing, frost wall, and then 1 foot above grade. This is actually a little bit low right now. We're going to be grading up to the foundation after the building's done. This is sort of subsoil right now. So I was very impressed with the concrete guys. They came in, did the footings. The next day they came back to the walls, and the walls were done in about 3 days total. It was great. Then we had to come back and have everything regraded, and we had to have that whole foundation filled back in with soil, and then we had the slab guy come and pour the full slabs. So the slab we went with is a full 4 to 6 inch thick fiber reinforced concrete slab. There's no rebar or steel mesh in this floor. It's all just fiber reinforced concrete. And we had the machine trowel it. It's not a polished finish, but it's very, very smooth. There's still a little bit of grip to it if it gets a little wet, but it's going to still be easy to sweep and clean up when we need to. So the inside was done one day, and then the next day they came back and they did the aprons. So once you leave the building, the aprons here are a broom finish, so this isn't going to be slippery at all. I'm going to be driving the tractor in and out of the building. We might drive a car in here to work on the car or something like that. So this is got a little bit of grip to it, unlike the inside. So I let this sit for about a month or so, and then I just went and got a concrete sealer, and I did a penetrating sealer on the entire floor here. And the water now is just kind of beating up on top and rolling off. It's really great. So the concrete footings, the walls, and the slab were all done over a month ago, and about a week and a half ago we had our trusses delivered. These are full 42-foot wide trusses for a 40-foot wide building with a 1-foot overhang on each end, and they've been sitting over there for about a week and a half now. Today the materials arrived. We got all the framing materials delivered, and our builder is coming tomorrow to begin framing. So due to time constraints and just me being one guy, we did decide to hire a crew to come in here and do the framing on this job. This is way beyond the scale of anything I'd be comfortable doing just alone or even with friends or something. I mean, this is a big deal. It's a bit dangerous. There's going to be a crane work involved. I'm not quite at this level. But once we get into siding and roofing and all the interior finish work, I'm going to have a lot more to do with that. And I'll take you along for that ride as we go. So for the last month or so, I've been pacing around on this slab, just sort of in my head, just imagining where everything's going to go and where I'm going to set stuff up, and you know, all the things I want to build on the inside, and it's just really thrilling. This has been a dream since I was probably 20 years old. I remember writing down a goal many years ago saying that I someday wanted to have a barn. You know, I wanted to have a piece of property with a barn that I could put my stuff in, that I could set up a workshop, that I could build things, be creative, and just have a space like that. And we got here 12 years ago, and this property just never had that kind of a building on it. And it was the one thing that was missing. So today's the day, you know, we're starting tomorrow, and it's happening. So I can't wait to show it to you. I can't wait to see it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Please stay tuned. In the next video, we're going to get into framing, the trusses, the sheathing, and I'm even going to give you guys a walkthrough. So please subscribe if you're not subscribed. New video coming out in about a week or so. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm posting all the photos that I didn't post last year of the build. So kind of day by day, I'm going chronological over there. So check me out on Instagram, and thanks for watching.